All right, bang, bang. It's the rundown from Chicago. It is Wednesday. It's April 13th. And this is presented by PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com. Carl, you're a monster golf guy.
I love golf. I went out the other day, was striping my irons. I'm really leveraging my lower half this season, and there's not a better place to do that than Myrtle Beach. I love golfing at Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach is awesome.
You go
Myrtle
like
Beach
once a
hits.
year, I feel like.
Yeah, I'm a huge Myrtle Beach guy.
I love Myrtle Beach.
I'm thinking about a timeshare.
I've taken 2 family vacations as a kid there.
Really?
Yeah.
That's little kid heaven. That's a lot of heaven for a lot of different people. And again, playing golf in Myrtle Beach, it's affordable. The amount of courses, how easy is it to get a tee time that's convenient, get a couple tee times.
Mm-hmm. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina is the golf capital of the world. More than 70 golf courses, sandy white beaches, and endless off-the-course entertainment options. There's a golf course for everyone in Myrtle Beach, top 100 courses with ocean views, private clubs, municipal style. No matter what your budget or handicap is, Myrtle Beach is something for you. Myrtle Beach features oceanfront homes, condos, beachfront hotels, villas, and more. Off-the-course entertainment includes 5-star hotels, breweries, oceanfront bars, tiki bars, ocean sports, deep-sea fishing, and, of course, the beach. PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com features every golf package, hotel, and golf course in one convenient place. You can also get trip quotes with just a few quick clicks, okay? So go do that. Visit www.golfisgreat.com. That's an easy website. Golfisgreat.com. To enter to win a golf trip to Myrtle Beach and experience for yourself with why Myrtle Beach is the golf capital of the world.
I was going to say the next word out of my mouth, I swear to God, was it's one of the golf capitals of the world.
Yes,
and
it is.
then apparently it is the golf capital. Like no one else is in contention, and I believe it. They got 70 courses right there. It's a lot.
That's
a lot.
Get out there.
A lot of acres.
Have a John Daly on the course. Go have a Mai Tai at the beachfront tiki bars. Enjoy yourself. Have a Shirley Temple if you want. Bloody Mary in the morning.
This guy.
Painkiller at night.
This is
You deserve to be dragged out of this room and have the shit
we
kicked
should
out of you for
Mussolini
that.
the fuck out of you.
What is wrong with you, dude? I'm thinking about Myrtle Beach. I'm enjoying this. I actually would like to figure out if we could get into like tourism budgets. So Myrtle Beach is sponsoring the show. Thank you, Myrtle Beach. We love Myrtle Beach. That's a great little angle to play. Like, yeah, I come in, I do videos on why you should go visit places.
Yeah, that is. So go check it out. Myrtle Beach is great. First topic here, chaos in Minnesota last night. Mm-hmm. Chaos, the first thing here. Pat Beverly went crazy celebrating the Timberwolves beating the Clippers to take the 7th seed in the playoffs. You could go first, Chief.
You know, I'm torn on this because I feel like it is a big moment. Home floor, Minnesota sports. They don't have a lot of like a great history of success and great moments over the last, basically since Kirby Puckett. They haven't had any good moments. So I'm fine with that. I'm fine with celebrating. And for whatever reason, like baseball is allowed to celebrate every round and winning, and no other sport is. So I don't know. Beverly, a little excessive, but like I think it's fine.
Hockey hardos, you guys don't celebrate unless you win the cup, right?
Yeah, they don't. They might have like a little like, hey, yeah, we won the division or we qualified. But like I remember when the Hawks went to the playoffs for the first time with Taves and Kane, like they were hyped. Like they were throwing equipment in the stands and that was a good moment after not being in the playoffs for I don't know a long time.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I think, the hockey heart, it is like a hardo thing, and maybe you're just too tired.
Yeah.
You're just too tired after like going 7 games with somebody. But overall, I think I'm fine with it.
Carl?
Yeah, Pat Beverly played 4 years with the Clippers, right? And this
Yep.
is his first year at the Timberwolves. He's really become a leader for them.
Weak ass Clippers. Beat they motherfucking ass. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.
It honestly made me feel like, man, it'd be nice to get in on the Timberwolves. Like, if this is how they celebrate the 7th seed, we talked on Redline today about the Bulls and the playoffs starting. Like, we're already out. Like, we already know.
Yeah.
We're miserable and all this stuff. If you're in Minnesota, you're a Timberwolves fan. You're walking around on top of the world right now. Just for a 7th seed, there's part of that where it's like, I'm jealous that your life is that easy.
Yes. Here's my thing. Okay, before I watched the video, I was like, dude, that's a star franchise. Like, everyone knows the Timberwolves history. It's tough. They had hope, then they didn't have hope, and everything just – it was tough to be a Timberwolves fan for a lot of reasons. I saw the video, the shirt taken off on top of the scorer's table. That just how do you top that for a finals win? That was a lot.
They all do it. 12 of them do it. 15 of them.
But
Pat,
and it's – I don't know. It's too much.
That's too much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they got their work cut out for him against the Grizzlies, and that
Yeah.
should be an entertaining series, I suppose.
Yeah.
But Pat Beverly fucking brings it, man. Marshall kid, Chicago kid.
I love him. I love him.
He's
Yeah.
just in your face from the start. I think it's one of the great NBA brands for a player. Like if you say Pat Beverly, you have a fucking image just as strong as you are. If you're like, hey, fucking.
Why is that?
Because he goes harder than anybody else on that court. He's fucking running his mouth, talking shit, taking charge. Like he fucks with people more than he's.
Because I am admittedly I've fallen off completely as far as the NBA is concerned. So, but if you ask me to name 20 NBA players, just off the top of my head, I think Pat Beverly is one of them. And I feel like he also shouldn't be, but he is.
It's awesome, though.
Yeah. So good for them.
That's
and
crazy, by the way.
What?
That'd be the first time that pops in your head.
I think if I was just going to randomly list 20, 25 basketball players, I think Pat Beverly would be in that list.
Wow, that's shocking, but
Yeah.
still okay. I understand.
I
He's
lo-
in the news a lot.
I've had an affinity for Pat Beverly. He's an 06 guy out of Chicago, went to Arkansas, and you just followed that guy. Wait,
Yeah.
why didn't Illinois want him? Then why didn't DePaul want him? Why
Yeah.
didn't want someone? So he goes down the SEC, and then when he made it in the NBA, it was a huge story here because it was like, yo, remember Pat Beverly? He's clawing and figuring out a way to make an NBA career, and now here we are, fucking 16 years later, being like, the guy he's got his own brand.
Yeah. And I think if you're a 7 seed, you don't have to worry about how you're going to celebrate the NBA final.
But I'm just saying, if he ever gets to the finals at some point, if you're ever in a situation,
Yeah.
I don't think you can sally harder than that. That was a fucking celebration.
I think he's taking responsibility for bringing these guys together too, right?
I mean, yeah, it's exciting. I know it's hard, and you get caught up in the hype, the crowd. That happens. Well, I just went too hard there. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe he feels it. Whatever. Regardless, I like Pat Beverly, but it is what it is. Probably a little
He
too
went hard, a little too hard, maybe, but
What'd you think of ARod with that girl?
Honestly, A-Rod's tits were popping. I don't know if he just. I didn't like that. I didn't like how tight his shirt was. I just felt a little uncomfortable watching A-Rod. That girl's smoking though.
Yes, she is.
I mean,
Yeah.
smoking and good
Yes,
for
she
him.
is.
Who is she?
Her name was Kat, I believe. I forgot what.
So OnlyFans model or something.
no,
nobody.
she
who's-
wasn't like that. I don't
Okay.
think.
Is she?
Was she with him or with the guy next to him?
I think she was with him.
Okay.
I think she was.
Because
with
that
him.
would have been something if A-Rod was just like, hey, babe, you're coming home with me.
There was the. Hold on, I'm looking it up right
Does
now.
A-Rod still got it?
I think so.
Her name is Kat
He's a
Padgett.
good-looking guy. He's got money.
He's exhausted people on ESPN though. I think.
He was with her at Lambeau
Yeah.
Field.
Oh, same girl?
Yeah, same girl.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's like an IG girl. It looks like a little bit, but she's not.
She's not an
not like a
OnlyFans.
ton. She got 11,000 followers, so it's not like.
Just a diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
A-Rod hasn't really changed to me over the last 10 years, and I don't think he will. I think he's just like I said, obviously tits pop and he's getting all soft, but just you just see that face. I feel like A-Rod's one of those guys who's gonna be 85 and he's gonna look exactly like
Yeah.
this right now.
Just got great complexion.
Big eugenics guy, maybe.
Maybe.
Isn't that where you? What is that? No, is that?
I don't think
Frank
we want to
Thomas?
say that word. Is that, what am I thinking of?
What's the one where you engineer yourself to?
Well, it's just
evolve
like
better?
a testosterone booster.
Yeah.
Well,
No, isn't there some sort of?
don't know.
Okay, never mind.
I think eugenics is you don't want to say eugenics.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't even know what it means.
I thought that was the Frank Thomas stuff.
That was Nugenics.
Nugenics.
Yeah. Nugenics.
Probably don't want to make that mistake in the future. So there's definition. I think the Nazis were into eugenics.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
didn't know what you were saying.
Yeah.
You didn't say it.
You're right. You weren't saying it,
said
but
on
that's
accident.
the word. But
Yeah.
the Frank Thomas pills. What are those?
Nugenics.
Nugenics. Yeah.
New-
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm on.
NU, right. And I think that's just hey, 45-year-old, start taking some testosterone, which is perfectly good.
Yeah, get those boner stuff.
What'd you
Yeah.
think of the woman who glued herself to the court?
That's just. Did you go glue stick or did you go glue tube when you were in elementary school?
Glue stick by far was a better option.
Rubber cement.
Chaos.
Rubber cement was awesome.
By far.
Why did they even give us those little squeeze bottles of glue?
The Elmers.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What was she? And she said super glue, Gorilla Glue, Crazy Glue.
I don't know exactly what
Spider
she used,
Tack.
but she's
Well-
protesting animal rights or something.
Yeah, that's probably the worst possible thing that you could try to do to protest. That's never going to work. You got to, if you want to stick yourself there, you got to come up with something better than Elmer's.
It honestly set America back how she chose to protest that. Because
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw in that soccer game, the guy who used a zip tie and zip tied his neck to the goal. Like
Crazy.
Yes,
that's great.
like that's making a statement.
Yeah.
This lady, I guess for the wrong reason, like, with the glue on her hand, like, come on.
Yeah.
What are we
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah. Chain yourself to the hoop, or like use a substance that's like if it like just coat yourself in spider tack and be like, good luck.
Yeah.
And then just Pat Beverly has to dunk on you in order.
Yeah.
You're just part of the game now.
Now, in the world of protesting, obviously the United States of America is, like we invented it, right? I mean, maybe not invented it, but we perfected the idea of like.
I think we got a strong
It's on the
protest
streets.
culture
It's
in
on the
America.
streets,
Yeah,
yeah.
people like to protest.
So this is where it's like you got to do better. I like what I'd say. Like you got to do more. Like you can't just be gluing yourself. Like I'm not saying set yourself on fire. We're not going that far.
No.
No. I mean, you remember the guy at the it was Minnesota. It was Minnesota again. Minnesota's just big on this. The guy in the Vikings game where he was hanging from the rafters. I forget what he did. I don't know. Minnesota's.
I
crazy.
think it would be like you want to use glue, fine, but like make a mess of it. Like you got to have like one of those 5-gallon paint drums of
Yeah,
Elmer's
peanut
and just
butter man,
yeah, and just dunk it on yourself, and then be like, all right, take me out of here.
Minneapolis does have a big government culture, like more than your tradition, very much more than your traditional American metropolis.
Yeah.
And so I think it is, to your point, of like, well, a lot of weird stuff going on there. There's a lot of people walking around there, like relying on the government, looking at the government, being like, come on, help me out, government.
Interesting.
And this was about animal rights, right?
Interesting. Yes.
Yeah,
It was. It
so.
was. And
Big
the-
hunting
Glenn
culture up
Taylor,
there.
yeah.
Big time, yeah.
No, it's about Glenn Taylor. There's something going on with bird flu, and I don't know. Look
Okay.
into the story. I don't know completely. Too.
Bird flu, swine flu, mad cow's disease. Rank them. Marry, fuck, kill.
I think the last one you want to have is probably mad cow.
Yeah, I agree. So I'd kill mad cow.
I knew a girl who had swine flu. She said it was quite bad, like a
Yeah.
2-week ordeal.
I think I'm still marrying swine. Fucking bird.
Yeah, birds are
Maybe.
just extra.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something
They're
about a
dirty.
bird. Yeah, they're
Something about
dirty
that.
because they're. I don't know.
Dirty bird.
My sister had a pet bird. It was gross.
What?
Yeah.
In the house?
It kept
Growing up as a kid?
My sister had one too.
Yeah. My
Grandpa killed it.
so she
On
had
purpose?
No, he. Well,
Okay.
I mean, who knows? He opened the window and it was winter.
Oh.
Thing froze.
So my sister actually had
I don't think it wasn't on purpose.
my
but
sister
he
had
just
3
didn't
different
realize.
birds. They all got killed. So one of them was my grandpa too, and he was spraying like his cologne, like the chemicals in his cologne, dead. Another one,
Two freak accidents.
my brother was like probably like he was a toddler. He was like 3. Ran in, grabbed it, threw it in the bathtub just because he was playing. He didn't know any better. No one was watching him, I guess. Drowned. And then our yellow lab killed the other one. So she was 0 for 3 on bird ownership.
A lot of just bad bird stories. I'm sorry to the birds
Yep.
out there. Treat your birds right.
I'll just quickly, I met a guy at a work event before I worked for Barstool when I was in sales. And you're just at a random networking event. You talk to people. And I was talking to this guy. I think he was like a CFO at some company in Chicago. Wanted to do business with him. And he was like, hey, can I show you my birds? And we're like in suits, like drinking cocktails and John Daly's. And we're like hanging out at this networking event. And the guy's like, I want to show you my birds. And he built an addition to his house and created like a bird sanctuary where like the birds had like 1,500 square feet in Elmhurst built attached to this guy's house. So he
How
could,
many
like, go
birds are we talking?
30 birds. And he's like, dude, this one will age. This one will live to 60. Bird people.
Yeah, weird but impressive.
So, anyways,
Next topic here, J.R. Smith. He confirmed that the NBA players were lighting up in the bubbles, saying, "Oh yeah, we was blowing it down there."
watch the NBA play, and fucking half those guys look stoned anyways. And they
Yeah.
cut to him on the free throw line. It's like, what is this guy doing at halftime?
I mean, it was pretty obvious in real time that whatever their bubble was international waters. Like they might as well have played that on a cruise ship.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know though. They got the Lou Will with the wings, and then I think there was someone who got in trouble for sneaking a girl. I don't know. It would seem a little.
Yeah, weren't the Phoenix Suns and 7
Yeah.
guys sneak one girl in
Yeah,
or
it
something?
seemed a little. It seemed a little strict, but as far they allowed recreational drugs, I believe though.
Yeah, and I think yeah, didn't Jimmy Butler have like a burgeoning coffee empire there too?
Oh yeah, he was like people were paying him for like
Coffee.
yeah, whatever.
It's totally coffee.
he had
Yeah, like
everything
New
else.
Amsterdam coffee.
I mean, it was a spot. Well, not in Miami, but
Yeah.
yeah, this is like the biggest no shit topic.
Yeah.
Of the, it probably smelled like a skunk's asshole in that whole fucking place.
Yeah,
Nope. And that was the year LeBron won, so maybe we shouldn't count it.
was that a quarantine, a lockdown? What were we calling that?
A bubble.
A bubble.
Yeah.
Bubble, yeah.
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 Mm-hmm. No,
Are we done with bubbles? You want to bring them back?
I hope not.
I'm out on bubbles.
Yeah. Next topic here. Twitter employers are complaining that it is now a shit show with Elon Musk becoming a major shareholder, Chief.
Has he even done anything yet? All he does is tweet. And so it's like I feel like he's just throwing chin music at them at this point. Like he's not actually doing anything. He didn't take the board.
He's not doing anything, but I think there is an element to say if Barstool got a new head of content, new CEO, and they're like, hey, we're going heavy in this. So they're always saying that you're going to be a little nervous. If they're like, hey, we're going heavy Kardashians, like that's what Barstool's become. Like, it'd be a little scary for us three.
Yeah. That would be terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be very terrifying.
But I feel like he's just like kind of just trolling at this point.
I don't know, man. I think he's very calculated.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think his trolls are in an attempt to make shit happen.
So he bought 10% outstanding stock around there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Instantly, he's like the most important guy in that building.
Well,
Yeah.
he's the largest shareholder. Yeah.
And he didn't take the fucking board seat,
Which means
because he could
can
buy more.
Yeah. So he's going hostile takeover.
Now, that's about the coolest fucking big swinging dick move you can do now.
Hostile takeover just sounds awesome. It's like you're like a legal pirate. I'm just gonna buy everything and run it my way. Like I'm a pirate,
Yeah.
corporate raider. So,
But I mean, if it's anything like, because I think they're Silicon Valley, right?
Yep.
But they have offices everywhere. They got offices here. They got offices
Yep.
in New York. I don't know if it's anything like the whole Spotify culture and what was going
think
through.
that's
It's like
part of it,
that's
yeah.
like
can I say something else?
grow up.
Give us a fifth option for polling.
Yeah, you really wanted that. You were.
Yeah, Elon should give us that.
I saw you wrote a letter to Elon Musk for that.
I
Yeah.
tweeted him. Yeah,
Or just do better.
I did do better. I did better than you do a runoff.
Just do better.
Runoff.
Do better.
Accept the challenge. Runoff challenge.
better.
Challenge.
Next topic right
That's what I
here.
thought.
There's professional baby namer. This baby namer is running the biggest hustle in the country, making $10,000 off of rich people who pay her to name their babies.
What type of names?
It looked like
Douchebag names.
Wesley. Yeah, pretty much
Millennial
douchebag,
names. Yeah.
Like bullshit. Let me pull up a couple here.
Jaden.
Brave.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So we can compete with this person based on price, it sounds like.
You know-
Grady, Wilson, Whalen, and Fletcher.
Ugh.
Fletcher?
Fletcher.
Yeah. Like people talk about like dream jobs and whatnot. Like, how does this even exist?
Ma'am, I'd love to name your baby, and I'll do it for half price. You know who I actually feel bad for?
Who?
John Butchergrass. That used to be a bit of his on Twitter. Like,
Oh,
sure,
really?
I'll name your baby. And he would just like, I don't know, maybe once a month name somebody's baby, and for free, pro bono, good guy. But now it's like, can you imagine being like, here's $10,000, name my baby, and they come back and you're like, fuck. Like, do you have to name it that?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And do you get like a package, a portfolio, or are they sitting down with a 3-ring binder
Some,
showing you the work they did, or
maybe
they
an
is the guy just like
engraved rattle?
sliding a piece of paper across a table and you turn it over? What
And-
type of presentation do we get?
Like, sometimes names have meaning, and that's cool. Sometimes they don't. There's a guy that's like that name.
Yeah.
To say, oh, your name it was inspired by a lady who did this professionally, it was fucking corporatized, that sucks.
Do you think she goes on like 23andMe or what's that other like genealogy site?
Ancestry.com.
Ancestry.com to like get your family history and like
No.
No,
she's just
she's
throwing darts.
No, she's got like a random name generator from Google.
Damn.
It also just shows, man, if you could perfect the art of like graphics and video production and Instagram and social media, that you could do anything.
What do you think? Like, how do you come up with that price point? Because realistically, like naming a baby, someone else's baby. First of all, I do kind of understand the appeal. A lot of pressure.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure to
Yeah.
name your baby.
She probably manipulated the system. She probably knew a couple rich people and be like, hey, give me this pub. And then it's like, when it become the rich hot thing to do, more people jumped on.
There's
That's my
some
guess.
microeconomic theory out there that suggests that, particularly for rich people who have money, like the more outrageously something is priced. I'm not talking about when you go into Best Buy, well, that's one, and you're like trying to buy a TV, and you're naturally drawn to the one that's like slightly more expensive because like, well, of course it's gonna be a little bit better. But there's like some microeconomic theory where it's like if the thing's fucking $28,000, like it's instantly in a rich person's brain where it's like I want that, like I'm willing to pay for that, and I
Like
want
art?
that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Shark fin soup.
Without like the tax scandal and like
Yeah, no,
that stuff.
you're
I'm
right,
saying like
yeah.
there's some inherent part of being a rich person where like you find something is priced aggressively and it's a little weird and
Hey, fucking shark fin soup.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's
That's
good.
what
That's a
they-
better example than art.
Yeah, that's what they have in China, where it's like that bland has no taste, but it's like a status symbol, so people order it, and
I-
it's like super bad for
It's terrible.
The oceans.
Like we did that dog walk when it was something that they kill like
Seaspiracy, yeah.
10,000 sharks an hour.
It's crazy. Yeah.
An hour.
No.
Just for the fins to throw it in a soup that
Yeah.
is tasteless, pretty much.
And honestly, when you could just be fucking caramelizing some onions, it's crazy, dude. Shark fin,
Yeah.
10,000 sharks.
This is a lot of people. They're bringing animal awareness. Treat your birds right. Treat your sharks
Yep.
right.
I'll fucking glue my wrist to a cord if it means that we're gonna save some of these sharks.
I'm in. I'll do the fucking zip tie, and the field goal post
Dude,
at Soldier Field.
zip ties are so intimidating. There's like something about getting zipped, or just like you see, like in a movie when they pull out the zip ties. It's like, whoa,
I would definitely rather be handcuffed than zip tied. 100%.
100,000%.
I don't know. Something about the metal. That's
I feel like you're way more likely to choke off your hands going numb with a zip tie.
because it's a smaller
Yeah.
surface.
Smaller
It's like a
surface.
rubber
and
band?
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And you're gonna press down on there. I feel like a
Maybe.
zip tie is brutal.
And the sound a zip tie makes is very,
kinda
like
like
it,
that.
it
Yeah.
hits me. It's like, ooh.
Yeah, and how fast it can be done. There's like handcuffs. You need two and need to like hit the right slot to lock it.
Yep. Maybe they should like do rodeos with zip ties. That would be entertaining
Yeah.
instead of a rope.
Have you ever played with a zip tie? Like the technology, for as simple as it is and how strong it is, it really is a good plastic piece of molding.
Love
Yeah.
plastic.
Yeah, it is for sure. Anything else? Anything
I had
after show?
cocktails with the packaging guy yesterday. I thought about you. You should meet him. It was fun. I like
What kind of packaging?
Standard brown box, but then he'll go up for like cardboard in-store grocery
Corrugated
store.
boxes? Yeah.
I didn't say the word corrugated, but it sounded corrugated.
Okay.
So
All right.
that was just on my mind. Anytime someone's talking packaging, if there's packaging people out here, the guy to my right he's
Love
an
packaging.
aficionado.
Yep.
Loves it.
Love packaging.
Eddie, what else?
Nothing. I think that's really it.
If we get a new chief of content that says we have to talk about the Kardashians, I'm back in packaging.
You're back.
I'm back in packaging.
You're out. You're
Yep.
on the Kardashians.
Yep.
Have you ever considered being the chief of the Chiefs? Because like, hey, I'm the chief executive. I'm the chief. Like, you're just chief.
But it's like I'm in charge of myself.
No, then you're in charge of anybody who's walking around saying, I'm the chief.
Can I?
So, like, if I'm the chief content guy, I work for you. If I'm the chief executive officer, I work for you. If I'm chief financial officer, any chief rolls up to, we have like a chief meeting at the end of the month.
I'm such an idiot that I went to like, okay, well, that means I can bring Patrick Mahomes to the Bears. So yeah, that's a great idea. But yeah, no, I think that maybe I should just start a summit. Maybe that can just be like a, kind of like a sister podcast to Token CEO, where I just go around Chicago and I'm just like, hey, Ken Griffin,
I'm chief.
I'm chief. You're a chief. Let's sit down and hash it out. Maybe we'll smoke a peace pipe, make it a thing.
So that's actually a very good idea, and I say that without any type
I like
of
that.
irony.
I like that.
All right, Chief of Chiefs.
Chief of Chiefs.
Okay, that's the rundown. Thank you everybody for watching. There's another episode tomorrow, but we'll personally be back next Wednesday. We'll see you then.